So in the games and other media, the Master Chief is meant to stand 208 centimeters tall, or 6 foot 10 inches, without his armor, and 218 centimeters tall, or 7 foot 2 in his armor. And someone like Captain Lasky is only 182 centimeters tall, or exactly 6 foot in height. Now, Master Chief is obviously considered massive by our own standards, but considering the game is set in the year 2500, should humans be much taller than how they are presented? If you consider things like genetics, the availability of more nutritional food, or advances in technology that could manipulate the human body. For example, in the present day, if you look at the country with the tallest average height, which is the Netherlands, you find that males average about 183 centimeters, or 6 foot. With that meaning that half of all people from the Netherlands are actually taller than that, with some men way out on the end of the distribution being equal to or slightly shorter than the Master Chief, with the impressive average height of people from the Netherlands seeming to result from a good diet and quality of health, as well as excellent genetics. So if you consider that such tall people can exist today that are on average only 25 centimeters shorter than the Master Chief, then perhaps we can expect that with literally 500 years of advancement in both genetics, breeding and nutrition, that the height of humans should be much greater than how it is presented in the game. Well, actually, this doesn't seem to be the case if you consider that extremely tall people tend to suffer from problems that shorter people don't deal with, such as joint and cardiovascular problems. And someone like Robert Madlow, pictured here, who was over 272 centimeters tall, or 8 foot 11, needed leg braces to walk, with this resulting from brittle bones. Further, to attain such massive height, all the top 10 world's tallest people have suffered from or are suffering from pituitary gigantism, Marfan syndrome, unicoid tallness, Sirtis syndrome, acromegaly, all of which are conditions that can cause those afflicted to grow beyond the human norm. Additionally, Komlos, Professor Emeritus of Economic History at the University of Munich, thinks humankind has probably reached its population level pinnacle. The Dutch, to me, give you the maximum for a human population, says Komlos. They're just about as tall as we can be under optimal conditions. Leonard, a professor of anthropology at Northwestern University in Illinois, agrees. I think, by and large, populations of the industrial world are increasingly sort of reaching the thresholds of our genetic potential. I think then that Master Chief, as well as other Spartans, do represent what would be an ideal height for a super soldier in the future, considering the humans aren't particularly designed to be too tall. And I think that the developers wanted the game and its characters to appear realistic to anyone playing the game, with a person who is over 2 meters tall still being considered exceptionally tall and above the average, at least in most countries. For example, if you consider someone like retired Australian SAS soldier Ben Roberts-Smith, who is over 2 meters tall, you begin to understand how big 2 meters actually is for the person of average height. With him being, at least for me, the image of how tall a super soldier could be in our present day. If you don't know who Ben Roberts-Smith is, look him up. He is literally a super soldier in real life, having received the Victoria Cross for bravery. So this really is a random video, but if you liked it, remember to give it a like and subscribe, and tell me in the comments if you think humans will genetically modify themselves to be much taller in the future. Later.